Vanessa, I'm not used to seeing air fresheners in a gin bottle. Is that unusual?
It's not unusual. It is common, especially in that area, especially with that culture. And what it is, it's just a condensed oil. It's like an incense oil. And they wash out these gin bottles. They put them in there, sometimes water bottles. It's not, you know, he said it was an air freshener. He wasn't lying.
He wasn't lying. It was.
Yeah. And so I guess if you're not familiar with that, by all accounts, it looks like gin. You think it's gin. But no, it's a cultural thing, I guess, in that area.
It's so peculiar. I mean, I can understand. But then he should have known that. The policeman should have known that, right?
Yeah, I mean, if white people do it as recycling, he does it, and all of a sudden, you know. I've seen white people turn wine bottles into flower vases. So I'm just saying, you know, that's recycling at its best.
Does it matter at least what was in the bottle? It really doesn't matter. It doesn't justify shooting
The
somebody.
point is, it's all completely irrelevant to the shooting. But what it is relevant to is what we see in these cases over and over again is the kind of vilifying the victims, trying to find something immediately to make the victims of police shootings look bad. Even if it had been alcohol, even if he had been under the influence, even if he had been trying to drive away, the shooting would not have been justified.
Right, and you agree, of course.
I do agree, and I think that Lisa makes a good point. I think we see it in rape cases as well. You know, you go after the victim, you start demonizing the victim, and it's sad. And I think that when you're going to look at this situation, obviously this cop is going to make the argument that my actions were justified, it was self-defense. And if they're going to make the argument, oh, I thought he was under the influence, I think it's a tough one to make, because you see in that video, he pulls it out, he hands it to him, and the officer doesn't follow up and say, oh, have you been drinking?
No.
There doesn't seem to be any kind of field sobriety. He takes a look at it, he puts it on top of the car, and never thinks twice about it.
So it was really a non-issue in this whole thing.